Hey everyone, this is Vivian from Ladies Touch Events and Travel, and we are here in beautiful Puerto Vallarta at our host hotel, the Hilton Riviera Vallarta all-inclusive resort. And I know many people have had questions, and I want to make sure that you have all the details that you need to make a confirmed decision about joining us next year. So next year, May 20th to the 25th, 2026, we're getting together again because this is our fourth year where we get to celebrate us as queer women. As you may know, there's not a lot of queer women spaces around the world, but this time we are getting together to celebrate us here in Puerto Vallarta. Now with the vacation packages, the prices are per person, and it includes many different things. So first and foremost, from the moment that you land to the moment that you leave, everything is taken care of. So when you land and you arrive, you'll get picked up at the airport, brought here to the hotel, from here in the hotel back to the airport. And then we have all the events, and any event that's off property, the transportation is included as well. And so the first day when you arrive, we have a meet and greet where we'll get to know everybody, see where everybody's from, connect, and have some fun and dancing under the stars. Second day, you're not going to be watching the Pride Parade from the sidelines. You're actually in the Pride Parade. Why? Because we're hosting a float and we're celebrating us again and showing out for Lesbian Pride, right? So we're having a Pride party bus. We're going to be celebrating. You'll get to see the beautiful views of Puerto Vallarta and then celebrate from the beginning of the Vallarta Parade all the way to the end of the Vallarta Parade. So it's going to be nonstop fun. Then we also have boat parties. We have beach parties. I mean, you have probably every party that you could think of. We have them, and we'll have them ready, right? We have actually DJs that are joining us from the States here in Mexico. And like I said, it's all about having a good vibe and meeting those like-minded travel lovers, right? And so all those events are all inclusive, right? All the drinks are included. There'll be snacks provided. So you're never going to have a moment where you're like, oh, I have to pay for anything. Everything is included. Now, there are extras, like if you want a cabana, if you want to rent jet skis, we're going to be going up to Canopy River, which is a beautiful adventure park. And if people want to do zip lining or razor driving or horseback riding, those will be extras. But everything pertaining to the hotel, the transportation getting here and back to the airport, as well as all the Pride events and group events, those are all included. So all you have to worry about is who are you going to meet, how you're going to connect, and maybe some souvenirs. But pretty much all the vacation packages, they're based off of the room type. So there's 3 different categories that we have in our group block. We have partial view rooms, we have ocean view rooms, and then the jetted suite, right? So I'm actually in that room right now, and I'll show you that view in a second. But partial view rooms are rooms that are on the lower level of the hotel, which if you open up the windows, you probably see some, palm trees and such, and then the ocean. But the higher up, you really have a clear view of the ocean. And then you have these suites that have an actual jetted tub on your balcony. So not only do you open up your doors to the beautiful view of the ocean and the sounds of the ocean, but then you can have your bath, in the sunrise, in the sunset, or anywhere in between, right? So again, it's all about those delights and good experiences. We have spa discounts as a group here. We have our events. So it's really about just having a really wonderful experience and time here at the hotel, but also to commune with other women, both in our group and then also abroad, right? Because one of our events will be a public event, which is the official Lesbian Pride Party. And that event is where the local Mexican women, the national Mexican women will join us to celebrate Lesbian Pride, right? So we're super excited. We can't wait to see everybody. Make the decision to invest in yourself, to have an amazing experience here in Puerto Vallarta, and we'll see you soon, right? And if you have any other questions, you can either DM us on our social media, which is at Ladies Touch ENT, or you can send us an email, info@ladiestouchent.com. We're always here and available, so reach out if you have any questions about this particular trip. Now, also really quickly, because we get those questions too, double occupancy, single occupancy, what does it all mean? Single occupancy just means that there's only one person in the room. That person is not sharing. They want the room to themselves. Double occupancy means that there's two people in the room. So basically that price is per person. That's why it's less, because you're sharing that cost for two people across the room, right? And for double occupancy, you could either do a king bed if you're like with a partner, someone you trust that you'll share a bed with, or you could have two queens. Well, if you know, that's good for friends, right? So those are the different options and what the different occupancy rates also mean, if you have any questions about that. Now, let's get to the good stuff. Let me show you how beautiful the view and just the balcony is here. The room is also gorgeous. I'll do a quick through of everything, but this is our suite with the jetted tub. This is a kind of sleeper sofa. You know, if you want a third person, they don't allow more than 3 people at the hotel. But check out this view and this jetted tub, right? So beautiful beachfront hotel, clear water, literally you could see right through. Just beautiful here. But you definitely want to join us next year, Puerto Vallarta Lesbian Pride Vacation, May 20th to the 25th, 2026.